La la la. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the show, back to talk again about gift giving. But what I love about our next guest, we're talking about giving from local crafters, local producers. We're here to tell you about a wonderful event coming up as well. It's called A Canadiana Christmas. We're joined by Gareth Davies and Steve Moyer. Gareth is the founder of Maker House. Welcome back to the show. Great to have you. Nice to see you.
Great to be
and
here.
Steve was on a while back. Unfortunately, I wasn't on the show. Didn't get to
cocktails.
sort of celebrate that your episode of Dragon's Den was coming up. Of course, you're the founder of Split Tree Cocktail Company. So congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me back.
Gareth, let's talk about this because you used to be sort of a pop-up idea, and now you've become a permanent fixture in Hintonburg.
We just launched the business about a month ago as we call it a pop-up to permanent. So we have a 3-month lease at this great location, 987 Wellington Street West. So it's right beside the LCBO. Great for all of your Christmas shopping.
Absolutely.
For the party as well. And we're looking at staying there ideally, but we'll see kind of after Christmas time how things go. We might have to take a smaller space. It's almost 3,000 square feet in there.
Yeah, that's a big
space.
space.
It's great. We can fill it up, but we'll definitely be in Hintonburg regardless after that. And it's really exciting to be in our first couple months here.
So what sets you apart? What makes you unique?
Well, like you said, everything is locally handcrafted. So everything in our store, we have over 60 different makers represented. So that's local, real people, artisans. About 80% of them are from Ottawa, like direct, and we go as far as Toronto or Montreal. Like that's as far as we go for anything. So nothing made in China, nothing factory, assembly line produced.
Right.
And everything has a story. Like these tops here are great. They're hand turned. Each one of these is hand turned on a lathe by a guy named Derek. His company is called Within the Grain.
Okay.
Another Derek. And they're just beautiful little toys. It's so simple.
I love these. I told you I grew up playing with these, and you can have little battles.
Exactly.
Right on a surface like this with them.
Do the battle or the race. See who can spin them longer. These even spin upside down.
Oh, that is cool.
And they fall
we'll
off,
find
of
that.
course.
Yeah, it's all right.
He makes these little minis too. You probably can't even see it on camera, but they spin. They're like less than
and
an
you make some things in-house as well,
They
right?
spin upside down. Yeah, we do our own line of coffee tables, dining tables, and we do some shelves where we pair a nice piece of rustic wood with a leather strap that holds it to the wall. It's a really cool look. Everything we do is raw material, like real wood. We use leather, we use metal, so it will last for a long time. That's the whole idea, right?
Yeah. Steve, we should catch up with you. So last time you were on, it was that night, it was your Dragon's Den appearance. Tell everybody what happened during that appearance.
During that, well, if you may have tuned in, you would have seen that I did pretty good. I managed to slay the dragons, per se, and I had 3 offers and managed to sign a deal with Manjeet Minhas of the Minhas Distillery and Brewery. So.
Did you have anybody in mind that you wanted to team up with?
Absolutely. I was targeting her from the get-go, yeah.
And why do you think she was the perfect fit for you?
I just thought she was already in the space of cocktail. I mean, she has her own distillery, so she makes a huge suite of different high-end spirits and liquors, and she's also been in the beer business for a long time, so she knows that space very well, and I just thought it'd be a natural fit. I make cocktail mixes, and she makes the liquor that goes in them. I thought perfect.
It is a perfect mix. Yeah. So let's talk about your mixes. So what sort of variety do you have?
So I've got my 5 basic, my flagship products, and I'm just at the point now where I'm going to be making some new ones for the new year. So I've got a sour mix and I've got a grenadine I'm working on today. So I've mixed you up. It's called a sour gin fizz, and it's a mix of homemade grenadine, my sour mix, a slow gin, and a North of 7 gin. And I can throw that into a glass for
Let's
you
throw
if
it
you're
in the
ready
glass.
to go.
I'll give it a little taste.
Hopefully I don't make too big a mess. We're just going to shake this up.
All right. So Steve, obviously having opportunities like Gareth is giving to local producers means a lot to somebody like yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, the support locally is just growing in leaps and bounds, and having a guy like Gareth who just wants to help out the local guy and having an actual retail space that we can step into is it's phenomenal. I mean, you can't really put a price on that kind of exposure and that kind of support. It's just been phenomenal.
And you really want it to be a community hub, Gareth. I mean,
absolutely.
You've got events planned as well. I mentioned
That's
you've got an event coming up. Tell us what you have planned.
We want to animate the space. We have workshops as well. So we've done one workshop. We've got another one coming up a couple weeks, so you can follow us on Facebook and whatnot for that. But the event next Friday, the 11th, is kind of our Christmas party.
Okay.
It's also a bit of a celebration of the heritage of Hintonburg and Ottawa, the lumber history of this town. So I'm calling it a Canadiana Christmas.
I love it.
Of course, everything we sell is very Canadiana, including Steve's stuff. I mean, you make this small batch cocktail, these mixes in Hintonburg.
Absolutely, yeah, and on next Friday I'll be serving some bourbon-based cocktails. I'm going to do a bourbon sour, a bourbon with apple and pear tea mix that I'm making, as well as my take on the old-fashioned with the rhubarb and elderflower mix.
And Gareth, you also have a social media program as well, right? Craft, hashtag craft change is what you're encouraging.
Like our
people to
social like enterprise giving back to the community. So
Yeah.
2% of all sales from the store go to a nonprofit partner. Our first partner is the Ottawa Tool Library.
Oh,
So,
what a great initiative.
quick plug for them. They've probably, I think
Yeah,
they may
they've
have
been on the show,
but
absolutely.
great community organization to let people access tools who can't necessarily afford it or don't need to buy. You know, like I have a big hammer drill out right now for our store because I have a concrete wall to drill into.
Right.
I don't need to buy a hammer drill. I just need to take one out for a week.
It's a great idea, a great concept.
Yeah, so it's we definitely want to be plugged in and make it like a clubhouse for the community.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick show and tell here because you brought along some
Sure.
beautiful pieces like this one right here. This
Yeah.
one caught my eye right away.
It's a beautiful cedar burl. So a burl is part of the tree where the grain is really tight and interesting.
Okay.
So that's a beautiful table by, again, within the grain. Same guy as the tops.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is a beer caddy. So you can fit 8 tall boys in there.
Nice.
And it's perfect. Again, we're right beside the LCBO, so people get to
Doesn't
fill it
need a
up for him.
beer caddy.
Exactly. This is made from reclaimed wood out of the kilns of southwestern Ontario.
Okay.
So they do some cool, really, art prints on there that fit different people. So we have the wine
Nice.
one. We've got the busy growing one. This piece is one of my favorites. We just got this in last week.
I
it's
love that
It's a
piece.
wine caddy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it holds, your bottle of wine, 2 glasses. This is made by a 15-year-old kid
No.
named Gabriel. I consider him like a woodworking, prodigy kind
No
of thing
kidding.
for Ottawa, and he makes a couple of products for
What a
us.
smart idea, too.
And I want to carry people like that who are just getting started, and then of course people like Steve who are a little further along the way, and a whole range of local artisans. So
Wow.
yeah.
Just beautiful stuff. What a great concept, Gareth.
Yeah,
Thanks so
thanks,
much for
Derek.
joining. So people just show up, right? 4 to 9 p.m. next Friday.
Yeah, it's going to start at 5 with a sampling
Okay.
of the cocktail mixes. We have Dominion City Brewing Company as well coming in. So there'll be some craft beer samples, craft cocktails. We'll have live music from 6:30 onward, and a whole bunch of different history artifacts and pictures, and just a fun social
Excellent.
evening. But you should have this cocktail.
I'm going to have a
before
cocktail. Yeah, let me try a little taste test here.
It's never too early for a cocktail.
Oh, my gosh. That's a thing of beauty, my friends.
Nobody makes them like this guy.
Congratulations
Thank you
on
so
all
much.
your success,
Appreciate
and congratulations on
Yeah.
a great initiative, Gareth.
Thanks, Derek.
It's
and
a-
Merry
amazing.
Christmas to you.
Merry
and,
Christmas to you
and the
guys.
whole
Thank you,
crew
Merry
at Daytime, yeah.
Appreciate it. Don't go away. We're back with more. I believe we're joining Skip Sansome from Petite Bill's Bistro. They've got their tortières for tots coming up. We'll tell you how you can get involved right after this. Cheers.
Cheers.